Tell us more about these attacks. In earlier times, people kept gold in temples, not in palaces, because wealth was associated with gods. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am reading book Devlok with Devdutt Patnayak. I was reading part 9, Jagannath Temple of Puri. Okay, so let's continue. So invading kings would first attack temples to plunder their wealth. One of the most famous assaults on the temple was by someone called Kala Pahar or Black Mountain, an Afghan warrior. According to some folk tales, he was originally a Hindu who converted to Islam, after which he was not allowed inside the temple. Furious, he attacked it. You'll see many walls built around it to protect the temple. These are called Meghnad walls, named after Ravan's son. The area has 8 goddess temples. These are the local goddess who protected the temple like bodyguards. According to another legend, a warrior called Raktabahu attacked the temple and the idols had to be hidden from him. One story says that the idols were dragged outside and burnt, but someone saved the dravya of the idols, which they incorporated into the new idols and installed them in the temple again. The image of Jagannath is very unusual. It seems almost incomplete. Usually, idols are made of stone or metal, but this is a rare temple where they are made of wood. Originally, it is believed he was a god of the Savar tribe, and maybe that's why the image is different. There is a story that King Indradyumna wanted to steal the Neel Madhav idol from the tribe. He was a supreme devotee of Vishnu, and Neel Madhav is one of the Vishnu's forms. The tribal king Maharaj Vesuvasu's daughter Lalita was married to a man named Vidyapati, an official in King Indradyumna's court. Vidyapati induced Lalita to reveal the location of the idol and told the king. Indradyumna arrived there with his men to take the idol from his own temple, confronted but was confronted by the tribal king. During this skirmish, the idol disappeared. The story reveals the tension between tribal society and a king from the Hindu setup, who is building a temple and wants the idol to be placed there. This, ten- this tension keeps returning in these Thal Purans. In the Jagannath temple too, there are different kinds of Brahmins and Pandas. Every year, when the god gets fever, Brahmins don't enter. The people who enter are called Daityapati, the Pandas who are associated with the Savar tribe. Is this idol changed every 14 years? Yes. Since King Indradyumna did not get the original Neel Madhav statue, he was unhappy. He apologizes to God and he and his wife Gundicha perform tapasya. God relents and promises to come to them in another form, as a log of wood. They'll find it one day on the seashore, he says. They'll recognize it because it'll be marked with the symbols of Shankh, Chakra, Gada, Padma. They can then carve an idol from it. When the king eventually comes upon such a log, the wood turns out to be so hard that artisans find it impossible to carve, no tool seems to work. Finally, a Maharana, an old veteran craftsman, arrives and agrees to do it on the condition that he'll work behind closed doors and no one will enter till he opens the door himself. Many days pass. Sounds that work is in progress can be heard outside. After some days, the sounds stop, but the door doesn't open. The king feels the old man might have died. The queen tells him not to open the door, but he does. The still unfinished idol was being painted, and upon being disturbed, the Maharana abandoned his work. This is why the idols are still incomplete. Another belief is that these are basically tribal gods, like totems. Some believe that the incomplete idol signifies that even gods are not perfect. They are like humans. Now that they are on earth, they too are born and will die, like all living beings. Every 14 years, the god gets such a high fever that he dies. That body goes away and a new body takes its place. A new idol is formed. There is something hidden in the old idol, which is a mystery. Some say they are Buddha's relics, cause of which Buddhists worship him. Some says they are Krishna's bone. Some say Shaligram, the fossil that symbolizes Vishnu. Whatever it is, Brahmins cannot even touch it. They cover their hands with cloth and blindfolded, they transfer this into the new idol. It is akin to pran, pratishtha. The old body goes away and a new body comes. The soul moves from one body to another. The new idols are smaller because they are still children. Each year, a new paint is added to them. They become bigger. It's almost like a living person. All the gods in this temple sing and dance. Jagannath sits on a swing because he loves to. They go on boat rides. He quarrels with his wife and even performs the shraddh of his parents. All the things that human beings have to do, these gods do. The Puri temple is associated with eating and its food is famous. Tell us about it? Indeed, this is the concept of bhog. In India, there is a parampara of Vairagya and Grihastha. While the Vairagi punths like Buddhism and Jainism withdrew from the world, the Grihastha parampara challenged this. They said the world has been created for bhog and consumptions, and the gods will show mankind how to do it properly. Bhog is important in all temples as prasad, but here it goes a step further. The world's largest pressure cooker is at the Puri temple. Large quantities of dal, rice, vegetables are cooked and the bhog is offered every day. There is an Anand Bazaar where food is sold. The message is that bhog, song, dance, beauty, ras, swad are all part of the universe. This Brahman has to be savored and God also do so. He is a part of this cycle through he knows it will all end. So he is not too attached. The body comes and goes. The rath comes and goes. And yet he is always beaming. So this is it for today. I'll be back. Till then, keep listening beautiful stories and keep smiling.